Yeah, you know, that effort by Louisville was astounding. They were really great. You got to give them a lot of credit. But I'll tell you, the first play of the game, they got 4 offensive rebounds on the very first play of the game, and that was really disheartening because that was the only thing that we knew we had to do to be able to compete with them. And on the very first play of the game, they got 4 offensive rebounds. We got them to miss the first shot, miss the second shot, miss the third shot, put in the fourth one. I shook my head right there and thought that was a really bad omen. When you look at the stats, there were 42 misses on their end, and they got 22. They got more than half. They're a great rebounding team, but we're not that soft. But we were tonight, and we just got the game handed to us on the glass and on toughness plays, and you know, we got to spend a little bit more time in the weight room apparently, and a little bit more time going after each other in practice to play as tough as they do, because I bet they don't. Complain about not getting a call in practice. I bet Louisville doesn't. I bet they don't say, quit hitting me. I bet they don't in practice. I told Jeff Walls after the game, I'd love to be at one of your practices. He said, what? I said, I'd love to be at one of your practices because I got to change the tone of my practices, and that's on me, and I will.
Questions? Coach, a little bit kind of off topic. Can you talk about Michelle and the contributions that she
Yeah.
made to your program, senior from Naples? What has she done for you and your program?
Right, and I just love her, and I'm sad for her because she doesn't deserve that. She is so tough, and she represents every time we need to respond with toughness, and every time we need leadership, and every time we need a box out, and every time we need to stop a big-time player from scoring, of just constantly turn to Shelly. And, I told the team in the film, the way to honor Shelly tonight, don't worry about the emotions and all that, but just bust your butt, because she's done that for 5 years, and even when the year she didn't play, she still made you play harder because she was around. And so I just don't want this to be her memory. So something else special is coming. We got to do better for her. She really deserves it.
How do you get through like the second half as the coach and you're watching this game just unravel?
Well, I think it kind of unraveled before the second half, but at halftime I gave a passionate, challenging kind of speech, and I thought, to be honest, we started the second half, and I think we were about to cut it to 12, and then we got to the rim, and they were tougher than us, and we missed it, got stuffed a couple times, and then they went down, and they were tougher than us at the rim, and they got and ones. Or they got the offensive rebound, kicked it out, and hit a 3, and those were huge moments where it was like, okay, we have the right intention, we had the right energy, we had the right whatever, but when it came down to it, they out-physicaled us on huge plays. So in the second half, I think it was more the kids challenging each other, and the ladies challenging each other and being like demanding that, for the pride of our program. But that was an absolute across-the-board washout of physicality.
Anything else?
You don't have that much time to dwell, but you have a couple of days. What do you want them to take going into that last game?
The one-on-one battles, okay, and I don't want, no one on my team is allowed to look at their field goal attempted, field goal made stat line tonight, because it should be box out attempted, box out finished, rebound made. Were you 2 for 14 on box outs and grabbing the ball? Don't worry about whether you're 2 for 14 from the three-point line or whatever. Our rebounding percentage was awful. And you can't go into Florida State. We out-rebounded the last time we played them, and that is very rare, and we still lost. So we can't go into Florida State and have those stat lines.
How much do you as one of the leaders need to help change that tone and get that toughness going?
It can't just start with, it starts with us, but everybody has to dig in. At a point in time, it's just you gotta stop talking and just play tougher. And it's enough talking. We just gotta do it.
Jessica, how about you? What do you take from this thing?
Day in and day out, I think we get to the point where we see a lot of things that we need to work on. It happened earlier in the season. Even the first game we played Virginia, we took it and we were like, we need to move on, and we saw things we need to get better at. It's February now. It's to a point where now we know what to expect every single game. So every single night when we come out and play, we gotta give our best effort across the board.
I know you guys obviously watched film, but was it a surprise in any way seeing it in person, what Louisville could do physically?
No, no, not at all. We know they, just from last year, they came in and they gave us our best shot, their best shot. They came in, they were tough for 40 minutes, and we knew that was going to happen.
Anything else?
Did you feel before the game that going into the game, did you guys feel right? Did you feel like everything was good and you? Yeah. It was gonna be a big game between two top 20 teams, and the crowd energy was there, and
Yeah, we always come in ready to play big basketball. It's a mindset you have to have in this type of conference every single night. So we knew what time it was.